Hey now, everyone, welcome back to AOSX. Tonight, it is round 4, meaning it is a custom track. We've changed things up a little bit here this evening. We did not release the track until the riders loaded up into qualifying, which threw everyone for a little bit of a loop. Not the happiest of people from what I've seen, but it is what it is. We like to change things up every now and then. We have completed our qualifying sessions and our heat races to determine the night show, and we are about to get underway here with our D main of the evening. Our D main tonight will consist of Bellin 302, D-Bull 96, Keel 475, Dirty Ruts, BMX 129, PSHP Matt, Mason Price, CK, PBSX Big Damn, Renegade, Cowboy Cam, and BPO4. I'm just going to do one quick little follow through here, make sure all the correct riders are in here, and it looks like that is the case. So again, round 4 here tonight. Your boy SX Corey back in the booth. Been a few weeks for me. My apologies. Life gets in the way at times, right? But I'm back and ready to get at it. We have a great night of racing here for everyone tonight. We're going to go, again, D-Main here tonight will be 5 minutes plus 1 lap with the top 4 riders advancing to join our other 8 riders that have qualified through the heat race to C-Main. So let's go ahead and get the action underway. All right, so once again, this track here tonight is a custom track designed by fellow admin Tita21. Thank you, Tita, for putting this together for us on short notice in my absence. And this is a pretty stacked lobby for a D main. Again, with this track being a little wonkier than our traditional tracks, it has thrown the matrix off a little bit. Some riders that probably are perennial A main guys, maybe a B and C main, vice versa, right? All right, bear with us right now here 1 second. Yeah, Twisted Revan, if you're watching, buddy, you finished 6th in your heat race. That means you are in the C main. So you don't have to worry about racing D main, right? You get to take a couple minutes to get a couple laps in and prep for your race coming up. All right, so let's go ahead and get the ball rolling here tonight. Once again, D main. Let's drop the gate. All right, and we're going to go on board with Dirty Ruts, that dirty rider. Just kidding. Oh, and he does not time the gate well, but guess who does? Looks like Renegade on this big sweeper here going into turn 1, and it will indeed be Balin 302 with the whole shot. We got BP 104 on the inside, though, taking the early lead over the gnarly Supercross triple. So BMX now. Ooh, all right. So BMX 129, Dirty Ruts, BP 104, Renegade, and D-Bull are your top 5. Again, in AOSX, our nightcap action for the main events, it'll be the top 4 riders moving on to join the other riders in the C main. So similar to LCQs, right? Just top 4 moving on. And D-Bull gets taken out there. That's a little bit of a racing incident. We'll give him benefit of the doubt there. We'll go ahead and take a look back here at the back of the pack. Big Dan, unfortunately, and Big Last right now, unfortunately. But up front, BMX 129 and Dirt Ruts battling it out for the early lead. Who will be the first to the finish line? Dirty Ruts on the inside makes the pass, and he is your first to the finish line, leading us around for the first full lap. So we got Dirty Ruts, BMX 129, CK by design in third, Renegade holding down that final transfer. He's got a little bit of a gap between himself, and now Keel makes the pass on him on the inside for 5th, the first man out. Oh, and Keel washes the front end out on the flat corner there. Unfortunate. Loses that final, or that 5th place position there, allowing D-Bull to now set his sights on the front of the pack here and move on up. Let's see what he can do. BP 104 falling and off the pace and going in the wrong direction here. It's a bold strategy, BP. Let's see how it pays out for you. Oh, and it's not paying out well for him whatsoever. That allows Mason Price to move up into 7th place here, and he's got D-Bull and his buddy Keel right in front of him. As I say that, he makes benefits from another mistake and moves himself right into 6th. So again, right here with 2:45 plus 1 lap left to go in our D main here tonight. Keel right now currently holding down that 5th place position. Again, in AOSX, if you're just tuning in, it'll be our top 4 riders in this race that will transfer to the C main. So again, top 4 move on. But going back up front, Dirty Ruts looks like he is starting to open up a little bit of a lead. I thought he was going to suffer commentator's curse there and hit the tough block, but he made it through. BMX 129 currently holding down 2nd. Monster triple there. They really have to muscle the bike over that and hope to God that they don't wash the front end out there in the turn after that. CK by design, or CK design by, excuse me, still comfortably in 3rd with Renegade about a 2nd off his pace. Keel though right there on Renegade. Let's see, we'll keep an eye on the final transfer spot here and see if things get a little dicey. Oh, and Keel hugging the inside there with a beautiful pass on the inside. Gets by Renegade for that 4th and final transfer spot. Let's see what Renegade can do here to narrow the gap and potentially charge a comeback, or mount a comeback, I should say. D-Bull is falling off the pace a little bit, so that gap has opened up, so it may come down to just Renegade unless some mistakes start happening. Oh, and Keel moves himself right up into 3rd now, so he puts a little bit of pressure now on CK. So CK is going to have to ride a clean race here, as he's that guy with a target on his back right now. Renegade had a transfer spot, and now he's on the outside looking in. But up front, again, Dirty Ruts doing the dirty right now. Checking out here in our D main. Good for him. And Keel, look at Keel making moves here. He was 6th, 7th place a couple laps ago. And as I say that, commentator's curse does its thing. But can he rebound? Oh, and he does. He gets reset, but he falls back into 5th. So big mistake there by Keel. He does rebound. He gets himself back into 4th. And Renegade, the beneficiary of that entire situation, picks up 2 spots, goes from 5th up to 3rd. But again, we have 30 seconds plus 1 lap to go here. Dependent on when they come around, this may be the white flag coming up. So very short race. Again, this is a 5-minute plus 1 lap race. Average lap time about 120-ish in that ballpark. Our top qualifier was Axis with a 1:15.763. So we'll keep an eye out on things here as we go. And I actually did just get some communication. It looks like Bob Vapor will not be racing in the C main. Something came up. So we will actually be taking the top 5 from the D main, since Bob Vapor was one of our predetermined C main riders. So just bear with us one moment here. All right. So again, top 5 will be moving on, and it looks like they are all comfortably in a transfer spot right now. So D-Bull's going to have to put on a charge here, and it looks like, oh, Keel makes another mistake in that section. Holy a mother of God. Oh, and D-Bull makes that mistake. So we're going to stay here, folks, because again, this is now because of one rider from our C main that will not be showing up. We will now be taking, again, top 5. So this is the battle. Oh, and Keel goes off track again. Woo! This is going to be a battle, folks. Let's see what happens here. And unfortunately for these guys, they don't even know that they're battling for the final transfer spot. So I hope none of them just phone it in. And Keel does that. Oh, my God, Keel. Keel just had a rough go of it there. He did not have a good past 2 laps. And Bell and 3. Oh! D-Bull goes off track. Keel's right there. I hope he knows that this is indeed for the final transfer spot. We'll see what happens here as they come to the finish line. There's 2 more turns to go. Oh, and Keel hits the rhythm section correctly. Oh, D-Bull. We're going to have to go to the booth on that one, folks, and confirm. And even so, Cowboys Cam makes the pass on Keel. Holy crap. So we got ourselves a situation here, folks. We're going to go ahead and review the results here. I will confer with the admins and see what we think about this. Because D-Bull did kind of Austin Faulkner Keel there and kind of jumped right into his lane and didn't give him much to deal with there. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that here. Bear with us 1 second. So admins, bear with us 1 moment. All right, so again, that was our D main. So for sure, confirmed, Dirty Ruts, CK, Renegade, and BMX are transferring through. But we are going to confirm here in a moment on the final transfer spot. And just confer here with our admin team. So just bear with us here, folks, a few moments while we get that figured out. All right, but like I said, Dirty Ruts, CK, Renegade, and BMX are through. We're just determining right now D-Bull, Cowboys Cam, and Keel's situation here. So just bear with us right now. We're taking an admin vote and taking a look at this. So just bear with us. All right, so let's go ahead and get our C main lobby up and loaded now. And I will not make the mistake of not making it race director this time because I did that in qualifying earlier. My bad, guys, my bad. It's been a few weeks for me, so just getting my coordination and everything back up and running here. All right, so while we get this figured out here, again, I'm just going to go ahead and get the invite sent out for our C main here, which has a lot of riders that you wouldn't expect. But, yeah, hey, it is what it is. That's AOSX Racing here. Every week something different, right? And let's see, Mr. Twister. Mr. Twister, what is up, my bud? Good to see you. Thank you for joining us once again for another night of AOSX Racing. Let's go ahead and get Renegade back in here. CK, come on in. BMX 129, your PSN tech kills me, dude. That is like, next to Chameleon, that is arguably the hardest one to type out and narrow it down because this damn system does not like to do that. So we're going to make a PSN name cutoff. You have to have at least 8 characters, and maximum 8 characters for a PSN name. We're kidding, we're kidding. All right, so just bear with us 1 second here, folks, again, while we get these final invites sent out, and then I think we have come to a decision on that 5th place incident between Diebel and Keel. But again, let me just get our invites out here, and we'll make an announcement. What in the world? Oh, maybe that's why. Because, man, you PSHP guys and your, what's the other group name? PBSX, you guys, you kill me, man. You kill me. The names are so hard sometimes to remember who's who, but it is what it is. All right. And after conferring with the rest of the admin group, we will be providing Keel that final transfer spot. Even though Cowboy Camp got by him, but obviously without that incident taking place, we're going to go ahead and give him that final transfer. And while we're waiting here to finalize a couple things, I just want to give a shout out to fellow admin rdizzle716 for filling in for me last week or 2 weeks ago when we had round 3, and doing a nice little facelift to the Discord channel. We've added some bots, some new channel information in there, so we're happy for all of that. Dizzle, thank you so much for your contributions, again, to AOSX. Much appreciated. But yeah, we are ready to go. So this is our C main, folks. Again, if you're just joining us, this is round 4 of AOSX Custom Track tonight, tracked by TDA21. We are running our C main here tonight. So we got Keel, Frankie, DMB, Samwow, Dirty Ruts, Twisted Revan, BMX 129, Mr. Twister. Hey, Connor, what's going on? Connor Underwood in the house, everyone. We got CK, Slowen, Renegade, Cheesehead, Seth the AU as well. So we are ready to rock. Everyone's good to go. Let's drop the gate. Alrighty, so once again, if you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate everybody tuning in, as always. How many times can I say tuning in a 10-second time span? Sorry, folks, I have not had enough caffeine today, and work has just been killing me recently. So I'm like half of live right now. But I'm very excited to be back in the booth. I've missed you guys. I have maybe 3 or 4 hours of game time on this entire run so far, a month into the game. Here I thought I'd be able to sweat it, but that's just not the case. It is what it is, though. All right, we're going to go ahead and drop the gate now. Let's get going. And we're going on board with Cheesehead 119. And Cheese gets a great start. He's going to get the whole shot. Look at him go. Welcome back to AOSX Racing, Cheesehead. Slowen right there in second. Perennial A-main rider, Slowen, 156. ESX runner-up, or alternate, I should say. Just, again, goes to show you the depth we have here at AOSX. Seth the AU, BMX 129, Samwow, Renegade, Twister, Keel, Frankie, DMB, Dirty Ruts, and CK. Oh, CK with a rough go here. Buried in the back of the pack. But up front, if you had Cheesehead leading the field halfway through the first lap, I would call you a liar, because nobody would have had that in their bingo card. But we'll see if Sloan can make a pass on here and beat Cheese out for first to the finish line. Is he going to snag it from him? It looks like he might. Yep, he goes to the inside. Will Cheese square him up? Nope. Sloan is your first to the finish line with Cheesehead second. Sethi AU currently third. Samwow fourth. Making the pass on the inside as Sethi tucks the front end and goes down. Still holding on to fourth though, so those top four moved up and made some progress there on gapping the rest of the field. But now we got Mr. Keel going off track. Man, that section is just his Achilles heel all night so far. He screwed up twice there in the D main, and because of that, now he's in this rider pack of like 6 guys. Let's see, led by Frankie B. So literally, this is our final transfer spot right now, folks. He is followed by this freight train of riders. So 5th through 11th, all right here, which is wild to even think. We're going to have about 3 more laps based off of average lap times. I think we'll get 3, maybe 4 more laps if we're lucky. We'll take a look here and see how we do, though. Oh, man. Riders going off the track, but honestly, the fact that they're 4 wide here, I mean, what can you do, right? Things are starting to narrow down a little bit more. And we're going to go back down here. So our D-main winner, Dirty Ruts, who won in convincing fashion, he's buried right now. So fortunately for him, this group of like 8 riders are all pretty tight, and 4th place is literally right there. So we'll keep an eye out on that. We'll go on board here with Sama, who makes the inside pass on Keel for 6th. Will he be able to muscle it over for the triple? Yes, and Keels does too. Oh, and Keel making the inside move there on Samwa, moves himself into 5th, and then Samwa was like, hold my beer, back into 5th I go. Anything you can do, I can do better. So Samwa currently that first man out. So we'll see if he can mount a charge here and get by Frankie. He's going to have about another 2+ laps to go. He has the inside on Frankie and makes the pass fairly easy. What can Frankie do to respond? They take different lines here in this little rhythm section. They come out virtually even. Sam maybe puts another half bike length between himself and Frankie. Oh, and Keel, the bulldozer right there, somehow does not take out Frankie. And then, Karma, whatever you want to say, gets him back, and he goes down, falling back into 6th. Mr. Twister on the Twisted T setup over here, it looks like. Currently rocking 7th. Renegade, Dirty Rust, Twisted Revin, BMX, and CK rounding out the field. Rough go for CK here tonight. Let's see what he can do. Plenty of time. Still another 2 laps to go here. But up front, Slow in 156, doing what he was expected to do. Come in and take a fairly easy C-main victory here tonight. Again, Owen generally is an A-main rider, but with our format change here tonight, with no practice time before qualifying, and the difference of the track, let's just say that, it's kind of thrown things up a little bit, change it up a little. But this right here, Cheesehead 119, rocking it comfortably in 2nd. Same thing for Sethi AU. Good for you, Sethi, and then Samwow. So our top 4 are pretty separated here, and it looks like Owen will be coming to the white flag here. Let's see if he slows up just a bit to let the timer run out. He does, and he comes right to the white flag. So Slow and takes the white flag. Cheesehead's currently in 2nd. Sethi AU and Samwow holding down comfortably 3rd and 4th. Keel and Mr. Twister followed by the rest of the field, and we'll go ahead and give these guys some love here as the top 5 is pretty much on lock at this point, unless somebody loses the internet connection or gets booted. Parker. What? Too soon? Too soon? All right. Only kidding, folks. Only kidding. But yeah, up front again, Owen, as I mentioned about a minute or 2 ago, doing what he needs to do. easily taking home the C main victory here tonight. Cheesehead looks like he made a mistake and let Sethi and Samuel get up near him, but we'll see how that goes. Again, Samuel and Sethi both know they're comfortably in transfer position, so no need to force the issue. But at this point, there are points paying positions here in the C main, so Mr. Twister, Renegade, BMX, and Team are still battling it out for some points. So, again, go to the very end here and we'll see what happens. Oh, and Keel just decides to wash it out, but Cheesehead, what? Okay, Sloan must have pulled over, right? No offense to Cheese, I love you, Cheese, but there's no way he caught up to Owen. If he did, kudos. If he did, kudos. I will give you that. But Cheesehead is your C main winner. Getting a little ahead of myself there. Oh, chaos just everywhere. All right, so look at that. Cheeseheads, 119. Takes home your C main victory. Slow in second. Samwow and Sethi AU move on. Mr. Twister, Renegade, Frankie B, DMB, BMX, Dirty Rut, CK, Keel, and Twisted Revan. Unfortunately for them, their night is done. Thank you very much, boys, for tuning in and for showing up here tonight. And it looks like Owen tried to do like a celebratory 360 at some point, and it may obviously it cost him. This just reminds me of Hockey Drew eating it 3 times on SX4 in the whoop section on the final lap, and Squally got by him. So, good times. If you guys remember that. If you've been tuning in for that long. But yeah, Cheesehead is going to have those bragging rights over Owen for the rest of his life. Owen, I hope you can live with that. Because that's embarrassing. No, I'm just kidding. Congratulations, Cheese. Either way, you guys are on to the next round. So we got B main now. So now the time we are we are going up from 5-minute races to 10-minute races. So we are picking it up. So a little more action on the track, hopefully. And then if you did not qualify, if you can please leave the lobby so I don't have to make a new one. I would love you for that. Or, well, I could just boot you, right? Yeah. Let's just work smarter, not harder here, folks. How about that? All right, now B-main action in the house. We got Little Baggett, Wasabi, BMX 57, K2 Fast, Y Ebola in the house. Bejito, looks like his gamer tag finally got unblocked. Welcome back, Bejito. Throwing you under the bus a little bit there, my bad. Not intended to do that. Just roasting you a little bit. And then we also have Anthony Mart. Again, another perennial A-main rider. He's made the first 2 A-mains of AOSX. All right, Ball and K, and then Dynamic Snipes. Welcome back, Dynamic Snipes. We haven't seen you yet, man. All right, and it looks like you already joined my lobby, so interesting. Yeah, if you guys don't remember or weren't around back during the Tampa incident, we like to call it for hockey, check it out. It's on demand on the AOSX YouTube channel that you guys are watching right now. It's worth the watch. Just saying. All right, so the boys are in here. We got, again, Slow in 156, Anthony Mark, Bejito, Wasabi, Dynamic Snipes, K2 Fast, Y Ebola, Little Bag at Ball and K, Set the AU, Sam Wow, and Cheeseheads, 119. And how about I make the adjustment and make it a 10-minute plus 1 lap race? How about that? That may be the most embarrassing moment in AOSX history, hockey. And that's coming from the guy that fell off his chair on live stream at San Diego at round 3 of AOSX in SX4. So, just saying. That's also on the AOSX YouTube channel if you guys want to check that out. It's worth a laugh. It's pretty good. It happened in the A main. One of my finer moments of life, just saying. All right, the boys are ready to go. Set the AU. I'm going to just assume you're ready to go. And again, this is our B main. 10 minutes plus 1 lap. Top 4 moving on to join our A main riders. Hockey Drew, Axis, Squally, R Dizzle, Slurp, Parker, Iowa Hawkeyes, and Pressure Applier. Pressure Applier taking advantage of the format here, folks, and gets that Lucky Dog Award, gets himself into a transfer spot directly to A main. If I recall, I think Pressure Applier was like a D or C main at round 1. If I haven't mistaken with somebody else, my bad, Pressure Applier. I'm not trying to talk smack on you or anything whatsoever. But either way, it just goes to show, man. Putting in the time, putting in the work, good for you. Alrighty, here folks, so it looks like everyone's good to go. Thank you for making it easy for me, much appreciated. Let's go ahead and drop the gate. So again, for our B main, this will be top 4 moving on to join our other 8 riders in the A main. We're going on board with our C main winner, Cheeseheads 119. And he does not get the jump he did in C main. Holy moly, somebody though, chaotic. K2 Fast is your whole shot winner here in our B main. Wasabi and Little Baggett though, right on him. Oh my god, chaos. T-Death, we're begging you if you make another track. More 180s, my guy. These 90s are killing people. But going around the sand, dirt section here, whatever the heck this is. Dirt, wet sand, I don't even know. We got Ball and K up front. And as I say that, Samwell makes the pass. So again, top 4, folks. Things are going to get dicey here. We have a loaded field here in our B main. You can make the argument that all of these riders are A main riders. Just shows you the depth we have here at AOSX. And speaking of depth, look at that. Set the AU. Strong early on here. He may get that first to the finish line here. Unless Wasabi makes the pass on the inside, which it looks like he will. He does. So Wasabi, BMX, you're first at the finish line through lap 1. So let's take a look at the rundown. We got Wasabi, Set the AU, Ball and K, Sam Wow, Little Baggett, Y Ebola, Anthony Mark, Sloan, Bejito, Dynamic Snipes, Cheesehead, and K2 Fast. But back up front. Oh, it's Sethi goes off the track. Is he going to get back on? He does, but then eats it. So Wasabi into the lead. Samwow benefiting there. Moves himself up into second. Then we got a freight train of riders led by Little Baggett and Y Ebola. Ball and K right now battling back and forth with Sethi for that final transfer spot. And holy moly, what the hell is that? So Sethi AU goes off track there. A weird line, trying to avoid the wall jump there apparently. And what is going on there? So Sethi AU, I don't know if it's his connection, but man, he is all over the place. But we got Dynamic Snipe, Bejito, Sloan. Oh my god. Sloan right now gonna have to put on the work to get back into a transfer spot here. He is currently on the outside looking in 10th. Then we got K2 Fast and Cheesehead rounding out the rest of the field. But up front, Wasabi and Little Baggett. Little Baggett giving Wasabi a run for his money. And remember, folks, Wasabi's an AOSX winner. He's won A-mains here at AOSX, so Little Baggett's like, hey, it's my time now. And he makes the pass on Wasabi. And mistakes left and right here. Wasabi makes one. Only loses the lead, though. He falls back into second. Ballin K trying to move himself up into second. Anthony Mart holding down that final transfer spot currently. And he's got a comfortable little gap on Samwow. Bejito, Dynamic Snipes, Ebola, Set the AU, Sloan, Cheesehead, and K2 Fast ran out the rest of the field. But yeah, let's give our boy up front his dues. Little Baggett up front, leading, getting some experience in the lead against some top-tier quality riders. Wasabi is chasing him down, though. I don't think he's too pleased sitting back in second. He wants to be up front where he knows where he belongs. Ballin K and Anthony Mart, though, now in a nice little battle for third. And then we got Samwow right now, currently on the outside looking in fifth. So we're going to stick here with Samwow for a couple of seconds and see how things go. Because obviously this is the battle that matters, and it looks like the rest of the field is somewhat separated. And Samwow just completely goes over the bars. So now Bejito is the man on board we're going with. And Ballin K made a mistake there on the flat corner, allowing Bejito to pull up right on his rear fender there. So we'll see what Bejito can do here. We're just about to hit the halfway point, so plenty of time still in this race. Obviously, less than half a second separating a transfer from a non-transfer spot. And K2 Fast with the mechanical failure is heading back to the pits. Thank you for showing up, K2. We appreciate you. Hope to see you back next week. And let's take a look at the lines here and see if there's any differentiators here between them. They all step on, step off. And it looks like they're doubling into the corner. Oh, and Ballin K wipes it out going into the berm, allowing Bejito to move into that fourth and final transfer spot. What will Ballin K do to respond here, though? We'll stick on board here with him and see if Samwow and Sloan... I think I have a sneaky suspicion by the end of this race, Sloan's going to have something to say about that final transfer spot. Yeah, he's only about 3-4 seconds back. Plenty of time. Lots of mistakes can be made. I think it can definitely happen. But Samwow is a roadblock. He rides with his bows out, man. So it's hard to get by him. We'll see how that happens. Ooh, slow and showing a wheel. Hopefully he doesn't get decapitated there by the bridge. He makes it through. And Sloan, again, with some work to do. Let's go ahead and go back up to the front here. So Wasabi has made the pass on Little Baggett into the lead, and he's starting to put a little bit of a gap there. Cases the triple right as I say that. Commentator's curse, alive and well, folks. Little Baggett right now, though, comfortably in second. Again, all he has to do is just bring it on home, and he is making an A-main. Little Baggett, an A-main rider. Look at him go. Anthony Mart right now in third, looking to make his third straight AOSX A-main, unless he made the Triple Crown in round 3. I'm not aware of that. I'll have to double check and go back and look. Bejito, though, right on him, and Ballin K. So this is the battle here. 3 riders for 2 spots. And with these guys slowing each other up, that's probably going to allow Sloan to make the move and catch up to this pack. So it'll be a free-for-all in about 2 minutes and 35 seconds plus 1 lap. We'll be seeing some potentially questionable moves here for a final transfer spot. But Again, we'll keep tabs on it as it goes. Because Sloan is on the same section, so right there, he knows what he has to do. He can pace him out and see how fast he needs to go. Sloan was your 4th fastest qualifier tonight. Just for reference, he ran a 1:16.403 in qualifying, which I'm sure has only gotten faster as the night's gone on, since they got more track time, I should say. All the riders get the triple, and see again, looks like Ball and K may have messed up that rhythm section. But Anthony Mart has gone from 4. Oh, and it looks like both Anthony Mart and Bejito went down. So here we go, folks. What did I tell you 2 minutes ago? Sloan is benefiting from the open track. Now has both 3rd, 4th, and 5th right in his sights. Based off where Wasabi is, we're probably going to have another 2 laps to go next time by. So Sloan can smell blood. We'll see if the sweat will come through here. So Sloan's going to the inside. He makes the pass on Anthony Mart into 5th. So here we go, folks. Oh! And Sloan getting a little too aggressive for his own good. That may cost him. That may be the differentiator there between transferring and not transferring. That killed his entire momentum because he was on the gas. But again, a lot of time left here. Still 2 laps remaining roughly here. Let's see. Wasabi is over here. Yeah, he will come by one more time. So likely to get the white flag next time by, or 2 laps, excuse me, not next time by, but we'll keep tabs. Wasabi, Little Bag doing their thing. Ball and K, Bejito, 3rd and 4th. Anthony Mart, and then Owen falling like a sack of potatoes there, unfortunately. And I think his night will be done unless a miracle happens here. But we're going to keep our eyes on Anthony Mart, see what he can do. Again, as I mentioned, he was an A-main rider in round 1 and 2, probably in round 3. And he's like, nah, I'm not ending my night in B-main. I'm going to put my head down, get on the gas, and work my way up into A. And it looks like we are on the final lap. So Wasabi did not get by, or time ran out before he got to the finish line. So 1 to go. Little Baggett, Ball and K, Bejito, Anthony Mart right here, folks. So this is, again, the fight for that final transfer spot. We're going to stay right here with Anthony Mart. And this section right here is the end-all be-all from what we've seen in qualifying. Oh, Bejito! Nice little inside move there. Oh, Ball and K makes a mistake through the rhythm section there. That allows Bejito to climb right up on him. Anthony Mart is right there, though, folks. Just one mistake from either of these 2 riders, and Anthony Mart will be right there to capitalize. And Anthony just sends it. He is right there. He is right there, folks. Can he do it? Let's stay here and see what they do, because one of them may make a mistake or try to get too aggressive. Again, both of them are in transfer spots, so no reason to go wild. But hey, you know, competition's competition. We all want to one up the other. But unless something really bad happens here. Oh, yep. So Ball and K and Bejito will move on. So Anthony Mart's night, is done. Congratulations to Wasabi, BMX 57, Little Baggett, Ball and K, and Bejito. Your 4 B main transfers going directly to the A main. All right, so wild race there in our B main. 1 race left to go, folks. But again, congratulations, Wasabi, BMX, Little Baggett making his first AOSX A main. Give it up for Little Baggett, folks. Little Baggett, I remember him on SX5, barely getting out of the D mains. So most improved rider for sure. Little Baggett making the climb up the ladder. Congratulations, buddy. Ball and K making his first AOSX A main as well after some technical issues, if you will, getting lagged out or booted off his internet, whatever the case may be. And then Bejito back in the A main. Welcome back, Bejito. Good to see you. And if anybody has a rope, Sloan is asking in the Discord chat. Help a guy out. If you got a rope, let him know. All right, so Wasabi, Baggett, Ball and K, and Bejito, if you could please stay in the lobby. Everybody else, please vacate the premises or face lifetime suspension. No, I'm just kidding. But for real, you would be making my life a little bit easier. Alrighty. You guys are not going to leave, are you? Parker, why did you leave? You're in the A main. Alright. You guys are just making me do it. You're just making me do it. Alright, boys. Time for the main event. What is going to happen here? Who knows? It is going to get dicey. It is going to get sweaty. All right. In our A-man, we got Hockey, Drew, Axis, Squally, R Dizzle, Slurp, Parker, Iowa, Pressure, Applier. So we got 3 guys tonight making their first AOSX A main. That's wild, folks. I don't think we've had that much parity in a long time. So words. Who are we waiting on? Who dat? Axis. Always wait on Axis. Axis, you have 5 seconds to get in here or else we're putting in the next guy. Everybody would love that comment, right? And I guess I should add some people here. Pressure Player, I'm going to add you as a friend right now. Let's see. All right, so again, we got the boys in here. Let's go ahead and make this a long 20-minute plus 1 lap main event. This is not a Triple Crown. Triple Crown was round 3, so round 3, 6, and 9 will be our Triple Crowns. All right, so again, if you're just tuning in, folks, welcome to the show. We are about to drop the gate on our A main, the final race of the evening. AOSX Round 4. Custom track by admin T-Death21. We got Wasabi, BMX 57, Ball and K, Little Baggett, Bejito, Pressure Applier, R Dizzle, Slurp, Squale, Parker, Iowa, Hockey Drew, and Axis. Loaded, sweaty group of riders here ready to go. 20 minutes, let the arm pump set in. Let's do this. Yeah, just quick shout out to T-Death for creating this track for us here in my absence. Again, like I mentioned early on the broadcast, it's been a rough couple of weeks for me work-wise, so just a lot going on. Life gets in the way, but again, I am glad to be back here, and I'm very grateful to the admin team, our Dizzle 716, Parker 7574, T-Death 21, Talon 214 for all contributing and helping out when needed. When called upon, you guys came through, came up clutch. Much appreciated, boys. All right, and they are all ready. So let's go ahead and drop the gate, folks. Who do we got here? Let's take some bets in the comments. Who do you think is going to take home the win? Will it be Axis? Are you going to be edgy and pick the greatest of all time on this game to win? Are you going to be that guy? Or are you going to go out on a limb? You're going to go with Little Baggett? Pressure applier? Parker? Will Parker get his first AOSX win? We'll see. In 3, 2, 1. We are going on board with Squale. And Slurp rocket out of a cannon in that Christmas green gear over there with the hole shot. Oh, chaos going into the first couple of turns. But up front, Slurp is your early leader with Parker right behind him. Squale finally with a good start. I don't think I've ever seen Squale get this good of a start. What can he do with it? This man will be dangerous. We've all been saying it, and as I say that, commentators curse. Wasabi and Axis, third and fourth right now. Little Baggett, holy moly, making the pass on the inside to Wasabi. Our Dizzle right now in sixth. Hockey, Drew, Squale falling from second to eighth. Come on, Squale. You had it, bro. Come on now. Vegito, ninth. Pressure applier, 10th. Iowa Hawkeyes talk about, again, bad starts. Mr. Eli Tomac over here can never get a good start and always has to work his way through the field, and he's always contending for a podium. And then Ball and K rounding out the rest of the field. Man, but Squale just in one lap goes from second down to 12th. So again, he's going to have his work cut out for him. But up front, Slurp starting to put a little bit of a gap between himself and second place Parker. We're rocking the USA kit. Freedom all day, baby. Axis has the inside line on him, though, and he slows him down a little bit there. Makes the pass on the inside into second. So top three right now, Slurp, Axis, and Parker, as we're about 2 minutes into this 20-minute plus one lap main event. Hockey Drew, Mr. Consistency, and your points leader right now, rocking the red plate. Currently in fourth with Wasabi, Little Baggett, Squale already back up into seventh. Holy moly, good for you, Squale. Not messing around tonight, folks. Iowa Hawkeyes as well has moved himself into the top 10. He's currently sitting in eighth, hoping to attach a rope to Squale, and the two of them move on up to the front of the pack. Vegito, Pressure Applier, rounding out the top 10 in 9th and 10th. Then we got Ball and K and our Dizzle. Oh, Dizzle not having a good go of it. Past lap and a half or so. Falls way back into dead last. But up front, Slurp is doing some damage. He is putting in the laps, and he is still got about a 2-second gap on Axis right now. We'll see if these two can put on another show and give us a battle like they had at our opening round at Anaheim 2, where they battle for the greater part of the final 10 minutes. Oh, and Slurp goes down! Right as I say that, Slurp goes down and Axis moves into the lead. Will Slurp respond? They both hit the section the exact same way. Slurp's going to have his work cut out for him to keep Axis honest. But again, with this track, we've seen a lot of mistakes, so you never know. Anything can happen here. Lots of time left. Obviously, we're not even a quarter of the way through this race. Parker, though, right there, waiting to capitalize on either of them. Parker was sweating the straight rhythm tracks earlier on Time Attack, and has taken the top spot on all of them. And then we got Hockey Drew now moving in. He wants that podium. He's like, hey, anything you can do, I can do better. But up front, we got... Oh, and Axis goes down. So 1 for 1. Slurp back into the lead. So Slurp capitalizes on Axis. So both of these riders 1 for 1 now in mistakes. But again, Axis's mistake costs him a little less time, and Slurp goes down again and takes out Axis. We got a 4-rider battle, folks. We got Slurp, Axis, Hockey, and Parker all 1, 2, 3, and 4 within half a second of each other. This is going to get interesting. We're going to go on board with Hockey here to watch the back of this train. We are only we're only 25% into this race, folks. Plenty of time. Lots of stuff still to come here, folks. So this is going to get dicey as we get into the later laps of this main event. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is SX Corey here, back on commentary after a couple of weeks off there. Well, I guess just one, since we didn't have a race last week. Good to be back. Again, thank you to the AOSX admin team for filling in for me in my absence. But up front, we got Slurp, Axis, Parker, Hockey, Drew, and where's Iowa? So Iowa has moved himself into 5th, and he's about to go off track, so commentator's curse, my bad, Iowa. But we kind of got like Group A and Group B here. They're all still right there with each other. But Slurp and Axis obviously a little bit faster than Parker and Hockey. Willing to push the edge a little bit more, I'll say. I think speed-wise, they're all right with each other. They can pace each other out any given night, but from the aspect of who can thread the needle and who can push their limit, generally Slurp and Axis have that advantage over the rest of the field. But Parker is right there, folks, right there. So one mistake by any of these riders, and the entire lineup's completely shuffled around, but our top 4 have checked out. And let's go ahead and take you through the rest of the field momentarily, real quick. We got Wasabi in 5th, Iowa 6th, our Dizzle climbing back up into 7th. He was dead last a few minutes ago. Bajito in 8th, Little Baggett in his A-main debut here tonight, folks. Currently rocking a top 10 position in 9th. Same thing for Pressure Plier. And Ball and K, actually, our 3 rookies here. And then Squally, Squally, what is happening, my guy? You hate to see this, because Squally has the speed to run up with those top 4 riders. Just sometimes he does not get some really good luck on his side. He gets screwed over more often than not. No fault of his own, it's just sometimes, things happen. But back up front, Slurp has opened up a gap. It looks like Axis may have gone down. In that time, though, Slurp has opened up the lead, and Hockey Drew has gotten by Parker for 3rd. Parker slips back down into 4th. Again, our top 4 riders all still pretty close together. But we'll see what Parker can do here to potentially mount a little comeback and make Hockey honest once again, try to get back onto that podium spot, and then chase down Axis and Slurp for a potential win. So again, based off our historical records, Slurp, Axis, and Hockey Drew all have AOSX victories at some point dating back to SX3 when we first got going in our inaugural season. Parker, though, is the final big boy that still needs an AOSX victory, because Wasabi, Iowa, and our Dizzle also have AOSX victories. So Parker's like, hey, I want to join the fun. And he almost had it in round 2, but as we all remember, the absolute brutal misfortune of his internet booting him out. Never seen that. Hopefully we'll never see it again. Let's go on board with Parker, though, and see what we can figure out here. Give you guys, I see you want some different camera angles, so here you go. Let's see what we got. I honestly have not even played around with the different camera angles, so let's see what we can find. Oh, okay. Oh, they have this on the custom tracks. I did not even know that. Oh, this is pretty cool. I like this view. All right, what do you guys think about it? Hockey Drew, third. Axis. Oh, look at that wheelie. That's a perfect view. Oh, Axis has narrowed it down. He is right there on Slurp. So again, Slurp and Axis, 1, 2. Yeah, I like this view. It lets me kind of move it around too, so that's kind of cool. Look at this. Bat. So again, Hockey Juice still holding down third. Parker fourth. But we're going to go back up to the front. Woo, the big boys up front. 1, 2, Slurp. As we hit the halfway point here in our A main, folks. Axis is right there. They both take the inside line there. Boom, Slurp gets the double. What are they doing? They're double, and tripling into the corner. All right, I'll get these controls figured out, folks. Consider it like spring training, right? If you're a baseball fan, you know what that is. So, preseason, just trying to get the feel for everything here. I actually like this. Thank you, Milestone. Giving us something good here. I like it. She'll be coming round the mountain when she comes. Oh, a little glitchy there. So we'll go back here for the time being. We'll go back to that view here in a moment. But again, up front, Slurp and Axe is just clicking them off. Lap after lap, these two got their mistakes out of the way early on. Knock on wood for both of them. Oh, and Axis nearly. Commentator's curse, alive and well, man. I just need to keep my mouth shut. So Slurp benefits there from a little mistake on Axis' part, loses about a second or so. Hockey Drew and Parker now licking their chops. They smell bacon. They're like, actually, I want some bacon right now. That sounds really good. I need to eat some dinner. Okay, Axis' head went right through that bridge. How did he not go down? Oh, that's some luck right there. Just going to say. Yeah, Slurp is doing his due diligence there, man. He is not giving up on this. He's going for it. So good for Slurp. Putting in a strong ride. Probably wants to make up for that round one race that he somewhat feels like he threw away. He had the speed and obviously was clicking him off enough to win. So we'll see what he can do here. Oh, and Hockey Drew made a mistake, and that gets Parker right back on him here. This is for that final podium spot for third. So they're right there. So we're going to take a look here. We'll go to that view. So Iowa Hawkeyes has moved himself into fifth. He got by Wasabi. R Dizzle in seventh. Bejito in eighth. Ball and K in ninth. Squale has moved into the top 10. And then our rookies over here, let's give them some love. Little Baggett and Pressure Plier rounding out the rest of the field in 11th and 12th. But up front, Slurp still continuing to click them off. Look at that view. Woohoo! Look at that wheelie. Look at that. So we're at 6.5 plus 1 lap to go here in our AOSX Round 4 main event. Slurp is your leader currently with about a 2.5 second lap. Axis goes down. Axis, very uncharacteristic race for him so far. He's gone down about 3 or 4 times so far this evening. And Parker makes the pass on the inside for Hockey Drew. A beautiful pass. Parker just sliding him right on by. Great pass. Parker now into that final podium spot in third. What will Hockey Drew have for him? We'll see. Axis now kind of a no man's land. Oh, and Slurp made a mistake. So Slurp went down too. And Axis is right there. So about 2 seconds the gap right now. Oh, I thought Axis was going over the bars there. But I'm just saying, folks, if Slurp and Axis keep making mistakes, that's going to let Hockey and Parker right back into this. This is going to be wild to finish it out, folks. And we still have 5 minutes plus 1 lap to go, so plenty of time left in this race. This is a unique track, some differences here than they're used to, which obviously is causing some disruption up at the front. Some uncharacteristic mistakes made by the front runners here. But these guys right here, Hockey and Parker, your two main title contenders right now, currently battling it out as well they should. But Axis is right there. He is closing the gap. Jason Anderson, Cole Seeley over here. Will Axis do it again? Will he get Slurp? Stay tuned for the next 4.5 plus 1 lap and find out, everyone. Let's see if they're doing anything different. I mean, usually these top guys are all running the same lines, but let's see where there's a speed difference in Axis just skimming that section like it's SX3. Okay, Axis. That was so 2020. He's making throwing a throwback here, going retro night on the skimming section there. He is right there, though, folks. Right there. Plenty of time. Oh, and Axis is going to show him a wheel. He does. He lets him know he's there. And then Hockey Drew makes the pass on Parker back into third. So up 2 separate battles here going on between our top 4 riders. But we're going to stick here, obviously, since this is for the win, or to the fastest guys in the game today. Fortunately for Slurp, he's still got another year until he's able to compete in ESX. So SX7 will be Slurp's time to shine in ESX, so watch out, folks. But we got a battle brewing here, and it looks like Parker made a mistake, and Hockey Drew started to pull away a little bit there. So the true battle now is for the win with 3 minutes left. Step on, step off, skim is the line, because Axis reeled in Slurp there. So Slurp's going to have to make some changes there. Axis again shows him a wheel. We'll take a look at this next section after the wall jump. This is where Axis made a nice gain. Oh, and he sends it inside, makes the pass. Slurp goes down. Slurp goes down. Axis makes the pass. We'll have to confirm if Axis maybe showed him a wheel and took him down. I don't think so, though. I think Slurp may have just gone down on his own. So it's a little over 2 minutes left. Axis has taken the lead. What will Slurp do to counter back? Can he make a pass? Can he make a move and mount a charge? Slurp does better usually when he's from behind. That's what she said. Anywho, not going there, but that's what she said. Anywho, what do we got here? About 1.5 seconds the gap right now, just off of my vision here, just kind of pacing it out myself. Yeah, Slurp is losing time there to Axis. He needs to start skimming that section like he is in order to keep the damage from building there. But again, this section right here with the wall jump, this is a very, very tricky section that's make or break in a couple of these guys tonight. And he's right there. Slurp is right there. It's less than 1 second now, folks. So we're going to have 2 more to go. So it'll be a white flag in 2 laps. Slurp is right there. He can smell it. He can smell a win. Going toe-to-toe with the ESX champion. Finally try to get one up on Axis and beat him straight up. Slurp can smell blood, and will he retaliate potentially on Axis's pass on him? Again, we'll have to take a look and see if there was some contact there. No disrespect to Weedy, all the love in the world to Weedy, but Weedy is very fast, gets his time in on time attack, but I've watched many of times where Axis is just absolutely put on the smoke in race time. There is a difference, folks, in time attack versus racing. Oh, and Slurp goes down, and that may seal the deal. That probably gives Axis all the time he needs there. Who is that rider in front of them? Little Baggett. Thank you, Little Baggett. Much appreciated, buddy. I just want to make sure that these boys get a clear line of track. Again, Weedy, no disrespect, all the love in the world to you, man. I can only go off of what I've seen and obviously racing with these guys for the longest time. So, yes, I may be a little bit biased, but again, nothing but love, man. Settle it! Get a PlayStation 5. Join the party, Weedy. Come on now. As we hit the white flag. Axis up front. Slurp still there, putting everything he got. Hockey Drew, though, right there. And Parker, 3rd and 4th. So will Parker make a last-minute effort here for 3rd? We'll see. But we got a little less than half a lap to go. Can Axis bring it home? At this point, he's got enough of a gap where he just has to keep the bike on 2 wheels. Slurp is going to be kicking himself over the mistakes he made here tonight. What could have been, shoulda, coulda, woulda. It's the story for poor Slurp in his battles against Axis over the past couple of games, dating back to SX4. We got 3 corners left. Oh, no, never mind. Here's a finish. So your winner is Axis. Takes home the win. His 2nd win of the season. 3rd win of the season, excuse me. Slurp comes home 2nd. Hockey Drew rounds out the podium in 3rd. Parker, again, fortunate night for Parker, comes home in 4th. Oh, Iowa eats it. Wasabi and Iowa battling. All right, so this is going to be for 5th here. Let's see who gets it. Oh, Iowa just completely cross-jumping there. Oh, Iowa. Oh, that was supposed to go to Iowa, Wasabi, not you. Not you. Holy moly, what a night. Man, these guys trimmed down the lap times. Just for reference, Axis had a 1:15 in qualifying. That was top time, so he shaved another 3 seconds. Holy moly, what a race. Axis takes home your win. Slurp 2nd, Hockey Drew in 3rd, Parker 4th. Iowa Hawkeyes will likely be docked a position down to 6 and swapping it out with Wasabi. Bajito 7th, Ardizzle 8th, Squale, Ball and K, Little Baggett and Pressure Applier. Again, Ball and K, Baggett and Pressure Applier, hats off, guys. Phenomenal ride. All 3 of you making your first AOSX A main. Congratulations to you guys. But all right, let's go ahead and get our riders here. Bear with me 1 second, folks. All right. So we're going to invite your winner, your third place rider, and your runner-up. If I can find his name, there it is. All right. So we'll wait for our podium finishers to get into the lobby. And then we'll do a post-race interview here and talk about the race and how they felt about everything going forward. And it looks like we got them all in as they're just waiting to join. It's loading, so we'll just give it a second here. You still joining? All right. Axis, Hockey, Slurp, you guys all in here?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So round 4 is in the books and a wild race overall. Lots and lots of mistakes overall on the night on this track. Very unique design here by T-Death. Threw everyone for a loop a little bit and not as much seat time, so it made for some more mistakes. Who called that? Just saying. But that's neither here nor there. Let us congratulate our winner, Axis, with another win here tonight, shaving, like I mentioned, 3 seconds off his top qualifying time of 1:15.7 down to a 1:12.526. Congratulations, Axis, on the win.
Yeah, thank you, man. It certainly didn't make it easy on myself.
Yeah, tell us about that early on. You didn't get the best of starts. You were probably mid-pack start, and you made your way into the top 5 probably by the end of lap 1. Slurp came through, hole-shotted like a cannon, and opened up an early gap there, but then a couple little mistakes there started to narrow down the gap overall, and then Hockey Drew. You and Parker had a phenomenal battle most of the entire main event for all 20 laps, or all 20 minutes, I should say. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and start with Hockey Drew. Tell us about your race, man, and tell us about your battle with Parker. Or not, yeah. If you don't want to talk hockey, if you're shy.
No, I was muted, my bad.
I'm just kidding, man. Yeah, so tell us about your race, but we kept tabs on you and Parker and your battle going back and forth a few times. A lot of good stuff there, a lot of good clean racing, but tell us about your race.
Yeah, got a bad start, but made my way through the pack, and then just found my way up to 4th, and then I saw Axis and Slurp and Parker all in front of me, and I was just like, all right, as long as I keep it on 2 wheels, I think I'll be good. And found my way battling with Parker. I mean, we were going back and forth, like trading a few mistakes, like yo-yoing, and then I don't know how, but unfortunately, Parker says I cross-jumped him in that flat turn, going into the 90 before the big triple, and I think that was the deal maker. But he had his chances to come back, and I think I rode pretty good. Like I didn't crash one time, so that's pretty good on my part. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, very consistent race from you. I mean, the top 4, including Parker, for the first 5 minutes or so, were all within about a second of each other for a couple of laps there. That was exciting racing to watch unfold. And obviously, I know Parker's not thrilled with the 4th place finish, but again, from a points pay position and just a good ride overall. Obviously, the 4 of you guys checked out from the rest of the pack, so nothing to be too upset about. But congratulations, Hockey, again on a great ride there and another podium for you. We're going to go ahead now to our 2nd place finisher here tonight, Slurp. Slurp, congratulations on the podium, man. Congratulations on the 2nd. I know it's not exactly where you wanted to be, especially with that great start you got there, but give us a breakdown on your night of racing.
Oh yeah, it was good. I think I'm a pretty good starter. I don't know. I just pretty good at starts, but yeah, I just made a bunch of mistakes that race. But I think everyone was, because the hitting all the gutters and trying to get the flat corners was just really just rolling the dice. So yeah, race was good. Just a lot of mistakes, and access is just really good.
So tell us about the early part of the race, because you had opened up a good about 2.5, 3 second lead. And I was just going through the other riders, and I don't know if you made a mistake at some point or Access just put on a couple of burners, but At that point, then it was just yo-yo. It felt kind of like round one again, where you had made the mistake and Axis made the pass on you, and then Axis made a mistake and you got right back by him. But for whatever reason, his mistake cost him about half a second less of time than yours did. So, like, tell me about your strategy there. Were you comfortable up front? Were you like, oh, okay, maybe I'll just sit back behind Axis and follow him for a little bit and capitalize on a mistake?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I kind of giggled like in the middle of the race because Axis has gotten by me, and then I crashed, and then he crashed in the same corner, which was kind of funny. But yeah, I was pretty comfortable up front. I mean, I'm pretty comfortable with Axis behind me, and I'm pretty comfortable.
Ayo.
When whoa, podcast. No. No, but when I'm out front, I'm not too worried, and when he's up front, I could pretty much match him most of the time. But yeah, pretty comfortable then. Just too many mistakes. He made the 2 fewer mistakes tonight, and I feel like he was better on the wall jump after the finish line. He was carrying way more speed. That's, I think, where he was gaining all his time. But other than that, pretty good, solid night.
Yeah, and then a question for you, because I couldn't catch it from my angle. When he made the pass on you and you went down right after that wall jump, was there contact or did you just tuck the front end?
Oh, no, that was just Milestone, just ramming me right in the ass, just falling over. But it is what it is.
Oh, man. Well, another great race for you, Slurp. Again, just based off the lap times, literally identical lap times, just 1/1000th off. 1:12.526 versus 1:12.527. So obviously, like you said, the pace was there. You both rode great. It's just unfortunately it came down to who made the fewer mistakes. And Axis just had one or two less mistakes than you did. But great ride, Slurp, on second place there. Again, congratulations. And then we're going to go to our winner. Again, Mr. ESX champion himself, Axis, takes home another AOSX victory. Axis, you didn't make it easy on yourself. You decided to put some drama there tonight. Some uncharacteristic mistakes on your behalf here tonight. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, so even before the race started, I wasn't here when invites were sent out, so I ended up with the 17th gate pick, which is not ideal. And knowing that Slurper is probably the best starter on this game, I knew I was going to be in for a tough one off the start. But luckily, I got through the pack fast. Slurp had a good gap, but I was kind of there. And then I was just not able to capitalize on his mistakes. I pretty much mimicked every single one of his mistakes up until the end stretch run of the race at the end. So yeah, and then once he made the mistake, it was kind of just bring it home mode. I knew he'd start sending it now that he'd start following me around. And I'm pretty sure that's when he ran his 112s and stuff. So I just knew I was not crash and bring it home once I got by him, because I did not want to have another front end tug or something like that.
Yeah, and I know Slurp touched on it about the wall jump leading into the big Supercross triple a couple of times on camera. I'm not sure if it's just the lag or whatever, but it looked like a few times you were just going to send it well over the berm and over the tough blocks. Was it like that on your side too, or is that just the Milestones vision?
Yeah, I noticed that was a spot I was carrying a little bit more speed, so I thought that would be a spot to make a pass, because it's pretty impossible to make passes in gutters. So it was pretty much, maybe that was my kind of idea, was to overjump the wall a little bit and make it so he either can't triple or just make some sort of pass there, and then he crashed when I made the pass.
Yeah, I was keeping tabs, and I mentioned on the broadcast trying to see if there were any line differences between the two of you, just like at round one at A2. The pretty much identical, obviously, not much you can do. This track did seem a little one line. The only difference I could see was that last little section before the finish line, after the step on, that you were skimming that, and Slurp was triple doubling through it, and just seemed like maybe like a tenth or two you were pulling on him there, but aside from that, it was just like a nice little yo-yo back and forth.
Yeah, that section, if you could get it good, you could make up some time, but it was definitely hard to be as consistent as the line Slurp was doing. So I was just trying to get it good, because I knew that was pretty much the finish line area of the track was the spot I was trying to charge in, because he was a little bit better than me in the whoops area with the little step-up roller thing, whatever that's called.
Yeah. Yeah, no, phenomenal race. Again, you and Slurp put on yet another great show of racing, and hats off to Hockey Drew and Parker as well for their battle. We had some first-timers, Ball and K, Little Baggin, and Pressure Applier making their first AOSX A mains. Congratulations to you guys as well. Great to see that. Great to see some parity. And then the rest of the field, Hard Dizzle. Who else did we have? We had Squale, who, man, I felt so bad for Squally. He finally got a start. He was in second, and in a matter of one lap, he dropped all the way to dead last. Like, the poor guy cannot catch a break. I would just love to see him riding up there with you guys in a clear track for a full 20-minute main, but maybe we'll get it here soon. But yeah, again, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back next Thursday for round 5, and then we're going to have a mid-season break and have a one-off race, which we'll be announcing some official sign-up details on in the coming days. So stay tuned to that. Official results and points will be updated either late tonight or early tomorrow, pending timing on yours truly. But again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Congratulations once again to our podium finishers. Hockey Drew in third, Slurp in second, and Axis, your winner. And we'll see you next week. Thank you everyone for tuning in.